and welcome back to Shorebilly Farmer. Well, we're exactly 1 week from when we started the project with the railing. The railing is complete. I slipped out here one evening after work and just finished it up. And to give you the timeline, we just had a big nor'easter here on the eastern shore, well, the eastern part of the country. We only got rain, a little bit of wind, really nothing terrible for us, but up north they had like 40 inches of snow. Here is our railing. And Old Glory flying. Told you I'd put Old Glory up there. So ain't nothing special. Just eventually we'll get around to doing a railing. The main job today is we're gonna bring the excavator in here and replace our swivel joint. Again, because we like doing things a lot. So here's the swivel joint. This is the correct swivel joint. This is the wrong one. I'm not gonna pull it out of there, but that's the one they sent originally that was incorrect. But this came from Conequip, which is up in New York. These people have been very, very good to deal with. I have no association with them whatsoever. Not getting paid by them to say this. I'm just saying that their service was outstanding. They made a mistake. It was no hassle to get it rectified. They really kind of went above and beyond to try to find what it is that we needed, and were very accommodating. So if you're looking for used parts for heavy equipment, Conequip, so far, it seems like they've done a really good job for us. So we're gonna get this thing put in, get the old one out, but we got some rain coming. It's actually raining outside right now. We're gonna move the excavator in here so it's not totally soaking wet, let it dry a little bit. It's starting to sprinkle, and then start tearing into that thing this afternoon. Now I'm getting ready to do something that I haven't done before, but we're gonna try to move the excavator on that trailer with the pickup truck. We'll see how that works. You coming in? I didn't squat it too bad, just a little bit, a lot less than I thought it would. What do you think, buddy? You want to haul the excavator with your Jeep? Or do you want to haul that excavator over there? Right. Now we are going to be working in here, so I think I'm going to turn the heat on just a little bit. It's about 37 degrees outside today, and according to that thermostat, it's 48 in here. It really ain't that bad, but we'll let our heater take a chill off in here, and we'll be okay. Remember, guys, if you see me laying in the floor, passed out from carbon monoxide poisoning, see my wife. So I figured since I got to dig into this excavator for a third time, I'll at least explain a little bit about what it is that we're replacing and what I've been calling a swivel joint. This is the underside of the excavator. If you see I'm laying underneath of it, there's the tracks over there, there's the tracks there, and I'm right dead center of the machine. This is actually the point at which the entire superstructure above the actual excavator spins on. That's dead center of it. And all those hoses coming out, one set of hoses goes to the right track and one set of hoses goes to the left track. You got forward, reverse, and then two hoses to bleed off the pressure, the returns. So that's the bottom side of the swivel joint that we got to take apart. We got to take all those hoses off. Now this is a view you're familiar with. This is the top side of the swivel joint. This here is the swivel joint. So you have your primary feeds there. There's two more back there. Then you've got a return, and all the way down there's a little one. That's also a return. But this is actually the dead center of the machine. The entire machine spins on that point. And because you can't have hoses running between the top that spins and the bottom, because they would just simply kink and rip off when you tried to turn all the way around, they have that swivel joint. Now this is the new swivel joint. And you saw this is the top half, right, what we just looked at, where the two big hoses would go in there. Got the little hose comes out the top, right here, and then two big hoses here and a little hose here. Okay, we were looking at it like this, from up top. But this is the actual swivel joint. Let's see, I know we're going to need the 1 1/8, 1 1/16, the 1 inch, we need the 15, 16. Pretty much we need every freaking size they make. All the hoses are off, up top and down the bottom. And we just need to take those 3 bolts that are holding the flange on, take them loose, and then we can go ahead and pull the rotary joint right out the top. So let's go ahead and get those flanges off. Okay, with all the bolts off in the bottom, you can see now it wiggles. It'll come out. But that thing is about, I don't know, 45, 50 pounds. And you don't have a lot of space to work in to try to lift it out of there, and you don't have a lot to hold on to. And of course, everything's coated in hydraulic fluid. So what we're going to do, I'm going to wrap a strap around it and hoist it out. And you guys will get to see that. Okay, before we put this new one over on the machine, fittings need to come off here, go onto here, as well as this bracket here. So we're gonna go ahead and start transferring all that stuff over. Can y'all see me? Let's see what we got going on here. Hello. Hi. There we go. How's that? My gosh, I can really dirty things up, can't I? Hi. Can you see me? Okay. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and start prepping this one. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is get all of these plugs that they put in when they rebuilt it and sent it to me. Ouch. Biscuit. What do they mean for these things to come out?
Hey, Daddy, am I a hard worker like you?
I think you're hard worker.
I'm a big farmer.
Yes, you are.
And you're a small farmer.
Yes, I am.
So I should be.
You're the largest carpet farmer.
So I should be running on the equipment, and you should be like in the passenger seat, right?
Well, one day that'll be true. But right now you need to concentrate on carpet farming.
Carpet farming?
Yeah, your tractor's in the house on the carpet. You gotta master that skill. That boy's got a lot of energy. You want to do it?
Yes.
There you go. Ooh, that ain't good.
What? This?
Yeah. That's not good. Well, the good thing is this is at the very top. If it does not seal and it leaks, we can get to it easily. I'll get a new fitting and we'll replace it. All right. The other 2 ports, we leave those off till we get these hoses on. Makes it easier to get the wrench in there. So we're talking about the way these swivel joints work. You know, the top swivels, bottom stays put. And now that the covers are off, you can see you got the ports. Those small ports are the return lines for excess hydraulic fluid that's not needed. And then you can see in these ports there's a vertical chamber. That vertical chamber runs all the way up to its corresponding port, whichever one that may be. You could see it if I took the sleeve off, you could see in there and see the different holes. And then that's where it comes out. And actually, if you look in this one, it happens to be lined up with a hole. That's where that port there, that hole lines up with that hole there. Comes straight up, it comes out there. And as this rotates, there's a gap between this sleeve and that inner shaft, and the oil floods that gap. You got a seal here and a seal here that keeps it from flowing up or down, keeps all the pressure in that area, that chamber. So no matter where this spins, this hole here is going to have fluid coming out of it or going into it, whichever way it flows. Forgot we have to take this off. Well, I just never seem to have the right tool. Besides, who wants to use a wrench? That's manual work. We're lazy around here. We use power tools. Oh, naturally. These that came out of this one are wrong size. Well, we got to go see if we've got any screws to fit that. But I believe that that's going to end up being metric, and I don't have many metric bolts. All right, I'm going to be done for the night. I'm not going to press hard on a Sunday. I was just trying to get done what I could get done. However, the bolt that holds this bracket on is much smaller on the new one than it is the old one, so they don't line up, or they don't fit. So I didn't even check to see if they lined up. Let's see. They kind of line up. I might be able to just ream this out a little bit. But either way, I've got to get new bolts to put this together. I'm not going to try and put this in the machine and then hang upside down on my head to get this bracket and those bolts in. So just put it on hold. It's about 4 o'clock Sunday. Correction, it's almost 5 Sunday. So go in, get cleaned up, and just spend a little time with the family. And we'll be back at this tomorrow when I get the new bolts. All right, we will catch you all tomorrow. Day number 432 of replacing the swivel joint. We're got the metric bolts that I needed, and we got the new swivel joint is in place. We just got to hook all the hoses up to it and bolt it down. So hopefully this will be the last time I do this. You guys all right? I can't keep losing viewers like this. Let's try this again. I want y'all to come along for the ride. Well, let's get our hose on here. Oh, wrong wrench. What was that? Oh, cover. Anytime I hear something fall into this thing, I get scared. It's not easy to get it back. And I'm not sure what size wrench this is because whoever designed this machine, I think looked in a toolbox to see how many wrenches there were and how they could utilize every single one of them. Because I have literally pulled every wrench out to work on this project, and I need every wrench between 9/16 every size all the way up to 1 1/4 inches. That's what it takes to do this job. Unnecessary grunt. Maximum effort. Done. At the top anyway. All right, the top is done. Every one of those tools is needed up here. Every one of those tools is needed down below. I have emptied my toolbox for this job. I love this flashlight. You can't tell I'm a Milwaukee fan. I like my Milwaukee tools. They are everywhere. I feel like we should be telling scary stories. This one time, I worked on this excavator, and it never got fixed. Ever. Okay, enough of that. All right, you can see that's the bottom of our new swivel joint. You notice I only got one bolt in holding it in place. That was because when I was working up top, I wanted it to be able to move a little bit. Makes it easier to get those big heavy hoses on. Now that we're done with that, I'll go ahead and put the other bolts in and cinch it down. I don't need it to move down here. But that's it. We'll get it all put back together. And for the love of bejesus, it won't leak. All right, it's all back together. We don't know if it leaks yet or not. I'm still waiting on hydraulic fluid. I'll pick that up tomorrow. But everything's back together. Hoses are on. I'm gonna take it out back here, pressure wash it, get all the fluid off, so that way when we start it up and start using it, we can see if it's leaking. Because everything's so coated in fluid right now, if it was leaking, we'd never see it. You know, day number 9,642 on the loader is done. Or excavator, not loader. So that's gonna conclude the night. I gotta go in, I got a date with Bar Soap. The excavator's all pressure washed, and we'll find out tomorrow if the swivel joint is leaking still or not. I gotta put some hydraulic fluid in there because it leaked a lot of it out. I've got some coming. We'll put it in there tomorrow, fire her up, go ahead and spin it around and around and see if we have that leak still or not. I can't imagine we do because it's an entire new swivel joint, but I have been duped before. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Merry Christmas and goodbye from Delmarva. Shorebilly Farmer out.